Hello everybody, and welcome back to Season 43 of the Pichu London Cup Series. Today we're at Michigan International Speedway for the running of the Henry Ford Health System 400. On the pole for today's race will be the number 10 of Matthew Buss. I do apologize, a little bit slow there for whatever reason, but Matthew Buss starts on the pole for today's race. Allison Rain will start alongside him in row 1. David Aline and Unleasher Coolies in row 2. And Quinn Porter, Nathan Ormond, row 3. Wyatt Thomas, Darian Town in row 4. Teammates running in all of row 4. Steve Morgan and Billy Bishop round out your top 10 in the starting lineup. And here are the rest of the drivers here running in this race. This is the penultimate race of the regular season, so a win matters at this point, and all these drivers are looking to win and get into the playoffs. But the two part-timers, Joseph Romanuk in the 13 and Cullen Francis in the 66, are both trying to win, despite not having compete in every race this season. The cars have rolled off the track. And it was a great race at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park last week. It was Owen Miles that took home the checkered flag in that race. Starts in the middle of the pack, but he did get his third win of the season. He's only the second driver with 3 wins in season 43. The other is Cassidy Reynolds in the 16. But we'll see who gets into the play. We'll see who adds their name to the playoff contenders list after this race, or will we see another repeat winner here today? Matthew Buss leading the field to green. He last won in the Daytona 500. He's looking to get his second win this season. Will it be today? Here we go. Green flag in the air at Michigan. Already 3 wide to start off. This is going to be a great race. And here comes David Aline on the bottom lane. Does he get the run? Yes, he does. He gets there. And now the 20 car in the middle as Alex Hawking is trying to make this 4 wide. Quentin Moore a little bit running on the apron there. Better be really careful about their next move, because it could cause a crash. And they're going up in the wall. Wyatt Thomas. Oh, they're up in the wall. They're crashing again. And now the 3 spins. Matthew Buss has spun. And Maxwell Smart has been taken out. And they'll race to the line. Alex Hawkins trying to take the lead. And he does. Can they avoid wrecking under caution? Oh, man, it's getting tight. And the 20 makes it through. He takes the lead when they take the caution flag. Oh, what a close call for those guys, but it wasn't so lucky for some of the others in the back. It's Wyatt Thomas, you saw, he went up into the wall. Went up into the wall with the 99 Coda Butcher, and there you see Steve Morgan and Matthew Buss. Together they collided. And Matthew Buss was trying to avoid the contact. He gets into some trouble right here as you see Maxwell taken out by the 2 Maxwells both involved. Wow, the 2 Maxwells involved. And the 3 has spun. As Maxwell Smart is taken out with Nicky Maxwell having some damage. Oh man, this is going to hurt their chances to make it to the next round. Wow, and Stewie Moore had some trouble before the race. First lap got into some, wow, Ooh, he got into a spin in the first lap. And there you see right here, as he got hit by Garrett Albertson, he goes around. That did not bring out the caution. It's doing more with major damage as he gets turned around in turn 4 at Michigan. And that didn't bring the caution out, but that other wreck did. Meanwhile, their pit stops already going on. Oh, Daniel Bouchard and Steve Morgan collided on pit road. A handful of cars have chosen to stay out during that period, and Alex Hawkins is the first one out. But Quentin Moore he's the leader, as he has chosen to stay out during the session of pit stops. So he's trying everything he can to get back in to get a win and get himself eligible for the playoffs. As we are back to the green here at Michigan. Christian Vargas in the lead right now. He takes it away from the 34 Quentin Moore. And here comes Unleasher Quillies. Can he take the lead back from the 00? It looks like he will get that lead back on lap number 8. Or does he? Christian Vargas, look at the run he got in turn 1 on the high line. He got a run. He got the draft from Quentin Moore. And the 34 drafting him up, and the 00 is able to clear. Oh, crash! Big crash in the back. Huge wreck. A lot of cars flipping and flying. A big crash in turn 2. And they'll be racing to the line. Quentin Moore, Christian Vargas. Who's going to be another wreck in front of them in turn 3? Oh man, it's becoming a sloppy race. Quentin Moore is going to be behind Christian Vargas during the caution. Oh, what a sloppy race this has become. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That was hard hit. Hard hits everywhere. They're hitting everywhere. My goodness. Big crashes going on here at Michigan. All trying to get into the playoffs. My goodness. I'm not sure what's it going to be like in Orlando, but I think we're going to see something similar to what has been going down here in Michigan. And oh man, they're all going at each other. Oh, they're all trying to make the playoffs. They're going at each other right now. My goodness, chaos at Michigan. Oh boy. How many cars are retired? I really don't want to know. All these cars are pitting, and some of them have chosen to stay. David Aline has chosen to stay out. He is going to take the lead. Oh man, crazy racing here, as almost half the field is out. No, half the field exactly, I should say, is already out of the race. Oh man, and we have 8 laps to go. So more chaos ahead probably. And we are going to the green back again at Michigan, as David Aline has taken the lead, and they're still going to be running for the win here. Top 3 have pulled away. And there could be 4 wide, 3 wide in the middle pack for the top 5. All trying to get those important points. Trying to score big points here today. Owen Miles working his way up to the top 5 right now. Can he get that run? We'll see. Top 3 right now battling for the win. There's Zachary Fitzwater battling with David Aline. And Fitzwater already has 2 wins this season. He's good to go for the playoffs, but he wants another one. He is trying to join Cassie Reynolds and Owen Miles as the only drivers with 3 wins in season 43. And Reynolds is right behind them. Owen Miles is in the top 5. Miles is trying to get his 4th win of the season. Juan Rodriguez trying to get another victory to lock himself in the playoffs. Oh, 14 goes low. Look at the 14 go. He's trying to win again. There's Niall O'Hare, 4 wide for the lead. Going to make some contact. They're crashing and spinning and in the back. Zach Fitzwater around. Oh man, Zach Fitzwater's going around, and the lead is going to Juan Rodriguez. Can he hang on under the caution? Owen Miles behind him, and Juan Rodriguez is going to hang on with 5 to go. But the question is, will there be overtime here in Michigan? Oh, they were battling hard for the lead, and Zach Fitzwater crashes into the wall. There were 4 wide for the lead, and nearly a 5 wide situation, and Elaine puts Fitzwater up into the wall. Allison Rain got hit, and Zach Fitzwater goes around. A hard crash. He does have those 2 wins, but he wanted to win here in Michigan with that Bush to the Moon scheme, and ends up crashing on him. Oh, man. Zach Fitzwater. Hard crash there, but he's going to be okay. Let's see if they're going to get back to green. And they're going to get back to green in regulation. So, that means that we will not have an overtime attempt. And this will be the race right here. Since it will end under green in regulation, even with just 1 more lap, we will not have an overtime attempt. This will be a 1-lap dash to the finish here in Michigan. It's going to come down to just 1 more lap to see who will add another win here in this season. Juan Rodriguez is going to lead the field back to the green. Will he hold on for another victory? As the 1 car has had some wins this season, we'll see if Juan can add another one here in season 43. I think he only has 1 win, I believe, in Atlanta. Now he's looking to add another win this season for the 1 car. Owen Miles behind him. He's got a worthy challenger behind him. Miles has 3 wins. He won last week at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. And he's looking for another victory. This could be his 4th win of the season. Niall O'Hare is also a winner this season. He has a win at the Indy Road Course. And Colin Francis, how about him in 4th place? In a part-time role, running 4th. He could still win this race. And Quentin Moore as well in 5th. He has not won this season. And Quentin's looking to win to get himself eligible for the playoffs. Final lap. Here we go. Green flag in the air. And Juan Rodriguez with an excellent jump. Juan Rodriguez with an excellent start. That's the one he needed. But is he going to hold on the final 2 corners as Niall O'Hare has taken 2nd place? Can he get him? To the final turn. Here we go. Does the 14 have anything for the 1? Final corner for Niall O'Hare. He's going up high, trying to get the grip, but it's not going to be enough. Juan Rodriguez is going to come off the final turn. He's going to get his 2nd win of the season in the Henry Ford 400 at Michigan. What a win for Juan Rodriguez. He gets another victory to increase his pretty much lock himself into the playoffs, provided he stays in the top 30 in points. So next up, of course, is going to be our regular season finale at Orlando, and a lot is going to be on the line on that race. So I'm going to be updating the point standings right now. Going to see where everybody stands in the playoffs. Just going to check to be sure, and I believe I got the accurate information. So just give me 1 second, and I will provide an update to the points. Alrighty guys, we're back again here for the point standings at Michigan. We're heading to Orlando. Regular season title, Owen Miles right now leads the race for the title, 29 points above Nathan Ormond. Kennedy Reynolds, Matt Gomes, as you can see, they're tied for 3rd. However, Reynolds owns the tiebreaker since he has 3 wins. Matt Gomes has 1 win. And all the playoff points that have added for wins in races, of course, those make a difference here in advancing to the next round. Those will be helpful for them. Owen Miles right now leads in that regular season championship chase. Garrett Albertson is the highest driver in points without a win with 458 points. He's 8 points above John Andrews. So it might be coming down to those 2 battling for the final spot in the playoffs, possibly. And here's how the rest of the field finish right now, as you see all the rest of the drivers in the points up to this point. Zach Fitzwater's 25 point in 25th. He needs to stay above the top 30 to be eligible for the playoffs. So Fitzwater's 25th. He could drop down to below 30th after Orlando. So he's got to be very careful, and he's got to earn some points, some safety points, to get him to stay in the top 30 after Orlando and get him eligible for the playoffs. Alexander Rose sits in 35th in the points despite a win, and Giovanni Castillo sits in 37th in the points. So, yeah, they're not going to be able to make it to the playoffs unless if they score massive, major points in the final race in Orlando. If Rowe or Castillo score another win or score a lot of points, it could be enough for one or both of them to make it to the top 30 and therefore be eligible for the playoffs. But they need to be in the top 30 to be eligible. So Rowe and Castillo, they're in trouble despite one win each. They're below the top 30 for eligibility. So they really need a lot of points today for them to make it to the playoffs. And that's going to be something we will watch out for. And here's how the playoff field looks so far. There you see 15 spots. 15 of 16 drivers have locked themselves in with a win. Owen Miles, Cassie Reynolds, they're the drivers with 3 wins. Nathan Ormond, Landon Smith Jr., Juan Rodriguez, Zach Fitzwater, they're the drivers with 2 wins. And the rest have each 1 win. Matt Gomes, Allison Rain, Matthew Buss, Paul Barber, Isaiah Bernesh, Salmon Oscon, Alicia Quillies, Niall O'Hare, and Casey Hoyt. So the last spot, this is the race for the final spot in Orlando. Garrett Albertson is 8 points above John Andrews. So if we have a repeat winner in Orlando, then if Albertson's able to finish ahead of Andrews, he's going to be the final driver in the playoffs. But if Andrews finishes, I believe, 8-9 spots ahead of Garrett Albertson in Orlando, then John Andrews will be the one that makes it into the playoffs as the final driver, provided we have a repeat winner. If the points are tied, I believe the tiebreaker is the most wins, but neither driver has a win, so it goes to the most top 5s, I believe. Andrews has 8 top 5s, Albertson has only 4. So, if Andrews can just have 8 points, if they are tied for the final position, I believe John Andrews is the one that owns the tiebreaker over Garrett Albertson for the most top 5s in the season. That's what I believe. Billy Bishop, though, is 10 points back of Albertson, so he could still be the one in the playoffs if he finishes ahead of both Andrews and Albertson, but he needs to collect a lot of points in order to do that. Wyatt Thomas is 26 below, a long shot, but he could still make it in also. Wyatt Thomas can still also make it in the playoffs. And Ryan Durante is 37 points back, so he can also still make the playoffs with a win. For the rest of the drivers without a win this season, the full-timers, it's win and get in, no matter what. For all the drivers that have not won this season, if any of them win at Orlando, I believe they will be ahead of Albertson and Andrews, and that driver will make it into the playoffs. And I think it's regardless of where they stand, except they have to be in the top 30. They all need to be at least in the top 30 in points in order to make it to the playoffs. They need a win and to be in the top 30 in points after Orlando in order to get that final spot in the playoffs with a win. And then Albertson and Andrews, I believe, would be the ones eliminated. So, if we do have a repeat winner again, and if Albertson is able to finish ahead of Andrews, then Albertson is in the final spot. But if Andrews finishes at least 8 or 9 positions ahead of Albertson with no bonus points, then Andrews is the one that will be in the final spot, and Albertson will be the one eliminated. But Billy Bishop, Wyatt Thomas, and Ryan Durante can still get in with a win. Simple as that. Just for all the drivers without a win, it's win and get in for the final spot. But if we have a repeat winner, it's going to be between Albertson, Andrews, Bishop, Thomas, Durante, or maybe another surprise driver that's not on this playoff standings list. But we'll see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed our race, and we will see you next week at Orlando for the regular season finale. Until then, we'll see you next time.